This video tutorial is going to show you how to suggest a new item trait. Before we do that, let's find out a little bit more about what an item trait is. Let's say I'm a buyer and I'm coming to Bonanzle and I'd like to purchase a baseball card. So let's type in baseball card into our top search field, as a buyer would. As you can see, my results have returned over 4,000 different baseball cards. Well, with item traits, if I come over here to the left-hand side, it's going to help me narrow down what I'm looking for. Let's just click on vintage sports memorabilia for the heck of it. If you look on the left-hand side, you can see the current item traits that are in this category. So as a buyer, if I'm looking for a baseball, I don't have to sort through all 43 items to find that. I can come over here on the left-hand side and I can click on the item trait and find exactly what I'm looking for. So that's what we're going to learn how to add today into Enhance. From our home page, come up to the right-hand side and click on the Help tab. Once you're on our main Help page, the lower left-hand side, you're going to see a link titled Suggest an Item Trait. Go ahead and click on that. Now you've opened up our Suggest an Item Trait form. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come down here to the drop-down window and we're going to select which type of trait we'd like to add. Our options are to create a new trait. That's when you don't have anything existing in that category. The second is to add a choice to an existing trait. That's if you already have traits for your category, but it's lacking in some terms that you think would serve your customers best. And then we have copy a trait from a parent category to a child category. This is a very helpful tool to have, especially when you have an extensive category such as Native American art and you want to copy all the traits from the main category to a child category. It's only going to help a buyer find what they're looking for. But today, we're going to learn how to create a new trait. So let's go ahead and click on that. Now it's going to ask us what category we're going to want to create a trait for. So let's be consistent and go back to the baseball cards. Sports memorabilia. Cards. Baseball card. Category selected. So let's go ahead and click on Submit. And we've arrived at our Suggest a Trait to Add form. We're getting close. The first thing it's going to ask you is what is the name of your trait? Now when you create this, remember to phrase the trait name such that it would be read correctly in search. For example, if the trait you wanted to create would be types of swords, instead of that, it'd be much better if you called it sword type, so that it makes sense when reading during an item search. So let's name our trait type. In the second field, we're going to add our item traits. So keep in mind, you want to keep them in alphabetical order, and you want to make sure that you spell the terms correctly. So let's just come up with 4 random traits. Let's go with batting practice. Second line, we're going to say, how about a foul ball? After that, let's say game ball. And last but not least, let's say home run. You guys ever caught a home run before? I never have. Now comes the last field, and it's asking for the rationale behind your suggestion. Well, I'm glad you asked. I think there should be these traits in this category because it will help a buyer find my items. After you've done so, you review that you've spelled it correctly, that everything's in alphabetical order, and you click on Submit. And for your efforts, we reward you with a cheeseburger. Now give us about 24 to 48 hours to review your trait, and then once we accept it, you'll get an email telling you so. Thanks a lot for helping.